Hello everyone, I'm Ixical, and in this video we're going to explore the prefabs available on the Yuushya Mod. If you haven't done it already, go check out my video on how to install the Yuushya Mod. These look very small, little tiny items, don't they? But they're absolutely massive, and we can explore them and learn a lot about the Yuushya Mod just by simply putting them on the ground and looking at them. So, without further ado, let's have a quick look at all the structures available on the Yuushya Mod. This big list shows you all the things you can make instantly. So, let's have a look. We want to make one of these buildings. Let's start with a truck. I've already done this in a previous video where I made a truck myself from the Yuushya Mod. The prefabs themselves are pretty good, but we're going to need these tools: a wrench, a gourd, and a GUI tool. You pop the truck down and it's done. However, it doesn't really help you, it's just like a thing, isn't it? If you want to make a quick world real quickly or something, that's what you want to use. You can find out a lot about how to build trucks, and I've already done it in previous videos, so go check it out. Let's just destroy some of this truck so you can see how to build it. You basically need all of the truck parts and blind wall. It's pretty easy actually, and I have done it before, so yeah, that's the truck. Let's put a food truck here and destroy the previous. Okay, I've only left a wheel. That's pretty good. The rest of the food truck is pretty interesting too. You can learn about what goes inside and outside, so let's just destroy the truck. Let's see what they've got here. Look, a coconut drink, that's cool. There's a coconut drink, a potted orange tulip, a chocolate cake, an electric steamer as well. On the top of it, you've got a lengthened rain shed and an order list. On the side of the truck, it seems to have these half slabs. And on the top, it's got regular slabs. That's interesting. On the inside, you can see these drawers, a microwave, a steel pot, a blender, another drawer set, there's loads of those, a painting, some kind of bags of candy, some jam, and at the back there's some more jam where the candy is hanging. That's quite interesting. You can learn a little bit about how these things are designed. So on the top, there's an entity block. Well, no, it's not. It's a sign. Well, actually, it is an entity block because they've changed it. An entity block is basically an empty thing, look. How do we access that? Well, what we need to use is the GUI terminal. Right-click it and you can see where the designers have put that sign. You can see the brightness, the scale of it, what's the direction of it. They didn't actually turn the brightness up. You can learn a little bit about how to design things using what's already previously there on the prefabs. Let's look at this ice cream. It's not an ice cream, it's an entity block. There it is, look. So right-click it, you can learn about the size of it, which is really big, the rotation, the scale, and the position. It's pretty helpful, isn't it, that? At the front, there's a steel structure, which is just a thing. But that's the food truck, ladies and gentlemen, and it's pretty interesting. So let's just destroy all of this stuff, and then we can talk about the next thing. Here is a fancy sakura. That's a big tree, basically. If we have a look at it, it says you need 11 by 11 by 14. It's a horizontal center, apparently, and it's absolutely massive. You can design your own trees with the Yuushya Mod, but it's actually very difficult to do. You need a lot of stuff. So anyway, I like to use the prefabs for the trees. Let's put in one of these small villas. It says it needs 20 by 25 by 23. That's actually very big. Are you ready? Bang, look at that. The whole thing. I'm already in somebody's house. Let's get out of there. The whole thing has been placed down, and we can use this to investigate, maybe even reverse engineer how things work in the Yuushya Mod. I did this when I first started learning the mod. So at the top there, look, there's like a little balcony space with some plants. I don't really know how they're growing, but that's cool, isn't it? You've got all these things over there. This is how they do the frames. Mine are a little bit different to that, but it's the same principle. There's some vines, and this odd structure here is made by using stone stairs and stone bricks, it seems. Let me just erase a few things so I can grab some more stuff and look at it. I'm going to do this throughout the course of the video so I can learn things. So here, look, we've got a few flowers, some AC units at the bottom there. This is a pole. What kind of pole is it? Well, we've got the tree base, and then a column template, and it's marble bricks. Cool. We've got an interesting plant pot and some AC units. It's interesting how they put those as well, isn't it, really? They put them high and low. Nothing on the roof itself. Okay, whatever. Let's go inside and investigate a little bit more. I'm actually quite interested to see if I'll learn anything new. So inside here, look, we've got a safe, a tall safe. It's like a locker thing. A basket, pretty cool. And in the basket is some clothes. So if you right-click it with the GUI tool, you can find out what the clothes are and where they are. See? They're facing east, I guess, and then they're down here, like that. So they're sitting in the basket. Atop here is a nice little balcony space with some slippers. You can see this got some decorative lime wool, and they're kind of resting against that wall. That's interesting. Over here is a bathroom. The doors are not connecting, but I like that. It's quite a design quirk, isn't it? Let's go in and have a look. There's a few interesting things here. The bath is just the stairs, isn't it? Now, what are they? I'm interested to see what they are. So over here, look, we've got a closet handle and a smooth sandstone or whatever it is. That's pretty cool. Over here, we've got some detergent and some tissue blocks. Nice, simple. They use embed pale bricks apparently for that. Over near the toilet, there's a toilet, another toilet block of some kind, a mop and a broom. Over there's something I've never seen, green shampoo. I know the detergent. What is green shampoo about it? So I need to find out where that block is, because it'll be an entity block somewhere. There it is, look, it's above me. So right click that one, and it's just shampoo. There's no form to it, it's just shampoo placed there. So I guess that's how it goes green. I didn't even know they had green one. They're pretty cool. Got the wire hangers, some yellow curtains, and these modern lamps. I never used the modern lamps. If you quickly click and choose the lights the Yuushya Mod has, those modern lamps are in there, so it must be those. Yeah, good. So let's destroy all that stuff and take a bit more of a wander. There's a little sleeping cat there with some coffee, a nice lamp, a desk lamp, and in here is the Room of Wonder. I always wondered how they did that bookcase. I know how to do it. I did it in a previous video on how to do shelves, but it can be complex. So here they've got a hanging thing, a carver gift box. They use a pot rope to hang that wire. The carver gift box, you can actually break it in survival mode to get some blocks. It's kind of funny. But yeah, this is cool. I like the bookcases. The aquarium over there is quite interesting too. To make that, you need fish tank top, middle and bottom. It also says the bottom surface should be larger than 2 by 2 to avoid visual bugs. I don't really know if that makes a difference. I don't really care. I think the fish tank itself is beautiful. Now, I did wonder for the longest time why I can't wrench this laptop, because it says it's wrenchable. The laptop is wrenchable. Well, actually, they've already turned it into an entity, and then all you need to do is flip it to form 1 or form 0 to open and close it. So there you go, that's a little trick. Let's go and investigate the upstairs. There's a couple of more rooms I want to show you. So here, look, you can see on the corner they've got these things, which looks like it's some kind of platform, and a little potted plant next to some drawers. Okay, so in here, look, it's the kitchen. It's got pink walls. Let's just remove all that stuff so I can get it. Here, look, they've got these wine bottles on there. It looks like they've got some jam. That's an entity. What is it? What is it? Well, that's a half slab that they've moved down to make the sink look a bit better. I like that. And then reinforced concrete underneath. More half slabs. Some jam over there. Yeah. And then the sink has a pan inside. I never really bother having a pan, but that's pretty cool. Look, all they've done with the pan is put it up, they've rotated it a bit, and then just lowered it into the sink. Pretty good idea, really. Plenty of other stuff in the kitchen, including the cat, which is an entity as well, funnily enough. Pretty interesting. Over here, there's a seasoning box. There's the hood. It doesn't actually go anywhere, it just goes into the wall. It's worth thinking about when you're doing this, but that's good. 2 gas stoves and a shelf in the middle, with a seasoning box and a pot. It's a pretty good kitchen, that is. Lots of stuff. Over here's more half slabs that are on the side. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Interesting, isn't it, really? You can have a look around and discover stuff. In this room over here, well, there's a little cubby hole. You've got one of them boxes. It's an entity, but actually, it's a cat gift box just moved to the side, look. Pretty interesting. Here's a bedroom. Nothing crazy going on in the bedroom, really, but there's a lot of interesting stuff. They've got a light that they've moved onto the table. Pretty good. Over here, there's a box, a set of curtains, another one of those lights. It kind of looks like a microscope or something, doesn't it? Like you find in a kid's room. Here's a closet, which is quite interesting. They've got an entity box, but here, look, it's some kind of closet space. I'm not really sure exactly. I mean, they've just moved things around. I've destroyed the shoes there. So a lot of the things in this cupboard are entities. They're not actually the clothes themselves. Like this one, look. It's already an entity. If you right-click it with the GUI tool, you can see that there's some clothes hanging up and they moved it. A couple of notes. Pretty interesting here. I feel like a detective going around somebody's house. I like that. Here you can see the staircase. It's terminated with a grill. I never bother with that, but it does look pretty good. And then here you've got this staircase that they've done. Quite interesting, really. I think they've used the symmetry one. They've got some bricks there. I'm not trying to get the bricks. I'm trying to get the stairwell. Let me get it. Let me try and grab the stairwell here. There we go. Iron fence symmetry. So they've used that all the way along. And then obviously, they put it one lower. I think that's pretty cool. I won't make a mess of this house, even though it doesn't matter. Upstairs, you can have a look at some more stuff. The final room is like an art gallery. I like that. They've got nothing fancy there. Double doors. Here they've got a soda, some wine, some drawers, some clothes there, and a little fold-away table. When I first experienced the Yuushya mod, this room was confusing. I didn't know anything, why everything was like this. I didn't know that you could turn things into entities for sure. I thought all you could use was the wrench. But here, look, if you do turn it into an entity, you can open it, close it, turn it off. I am interested to see what they are. On the window, I don't know what it is. That's paint, I'll remove that. But these things I've never used on a window, and it looks like a good idea. What is it? What is it? What is it? It's a hanger rod rail. Okay, so let's remove some of those. If you take 2 of those away, you can put them in. How do you put them in? How do you put them in? That's too low, so you put them in the upper part, and you can have that nice little window frame thing. That's pretty cool, isn't it? You can learn a lot here. The painting's turned around for some reason, and there's the exit to the balcony space. A pretty good detective rundown of somebody's house and how they've built it. It's quite good that they put the prefabs in the game. Not that you could use the prefabs, but you can learn a lot, you know? So let's try this octagonal pavilion next. If you put it down, there's a lot going on, and they've done some octagonal shapes. How have they done that? Simple bricks at the bottom, easy, easy. But at the top, look, there's a lot of entity blocks here. Wow. So all they've done really is move them and rotated them and had them in a line. That's actually very complex to do. Pretty impressive, I must admit. So if you really want to make one of these, you've got to spend a long time turning things around, rotating them. It looks like they've got several layers on the same block as well. Look at this thing at the top. I don't even know what that is. It says entity block. Let's go in. See here, look on the left, there's 4 layers, and they've rotated them like this. I think I know how they made this. See, there's 4 of them. So let's go over here and try and make it. First, we need to get the roof piece, really. Let's go grab it. What is it? This one. So I kind of want to copy it. Let's have a look for roofs. It's this one. Okay, so let's go down here. Put the roof corner outer in. Okay, put it in your offhand. Turn it into an entity. Right-click with the GUI tool. Add a layer state and then rotate it around. Okay, and then add another layer state, leave that one, add another one, and then rotate it around. And that's pretty much the same chimney stack as what they've got there. It's actually quite complex, that is. And the rest of the form itself, that entire octagonal thing is crazy. The design they've done on that is really good. They've used a lot of things, and it looks like they've rotated them and shifted them across so they can be diagonal. That's quite a spectacular design, that. And you can do it. So let's try the apartment building. Put that in really quickly. Whoa, there it is, big. Now in this one, I remembered there's rooms upstairs, but there isn't actually. There's a shop, like a restaurant thing, and then upstairs some empty vacant rooms. Here is the garbage zone. You can see the fireflies, the blue concrete cart template. You've got this nice bricks design that kind of goes offset with the worn grey concrete. I like that. Cool. There's some lime wall there. This nice little outer part for the ventilator. I never really do that, but it's worth doing, isn't it? Look, I like that. Cool. I should remember to do that. There's some boxes here. Interesting. I'm just looking at the ventilator a bit more carefully. This is a nice tube system. It uses suck pipes to do that. A few boxes there. Around the side, you've got some more frames with the upper and lower parts this time, or at least the lower parts. On the roof, there's something here with some smoke bricks. So let's have a look. It's some kind of transformer thing. Smoke bricks and grills. This one's called war metal, which must mean worn. That's pretty interesting. There it is, look, metal, worn metal. It's in extra blocks. It does look a mess. And mossy bricks down there. I thought it was going to be heavy bricks or something. And smoke brick pole templates. That's worthwhile looking at, you know. You can learn a lot. There's also some scroll doors there. That's pretty fancy. Okay, over here, look, you can see the pipe network, which I already covered in the pipes video. Pretty cool. I don't even think they bothered turning any of that into entities, though. There's some pipes and some burglar mesh. I've never used a burglar mesh. Let's have a look at that. So this burglar mesh, it seems you could just put it on the windows, look. Whoops. I'm destroying the window. You've got to be careful to aim at the piece. So let's put the burglar mesh up, and it connects like that and tiles quite nicely. That's pretty good. Okay, let's go grab some ground. It's quite awkward to put without something next to it. I guess you'd need some wall or something there. That would make it a lot easier. Also kind of difficult to remove. So let's put some ground in, and then go grab that burglar mesh again. and just build it up along this grass, look. Once you've done that, pretty cool. I like that. You can remove the grass and have like a little side piece thing. Could be good for radiators in the house, couldn't it, that? I quite like that. You know, like there's radiators in the bathroom, the tile racks. Okay, so let's go inside. They've got some lanterns here. Blue curtain, a big sign. Pretty cool. And in here, you've got all the things you need to make a lovely restaurant. They've got those lovely lamps and then hanging pot ropes to hang them up. That's a pretty good idea. In the kitchen area, there's lots of food. There's a TV on the wall that's mounted. And then over here, look, you've got yourself a microwave, coffee machine. There's the ventilator that goes all the way through. Couple of stoves. Hanging duck, I like that. Picked apples, you've got some knives there. Pretty interesting. There's 3 stoves and a steel pot and a casserole pot. Nice. I like those chairs, cheap chairs in there. Pretty interesting stuff. They've got fossilized cobblestone over there. I've never used that. What's fossilized about it? See if we remove those and put those in. It does look like a fancy entrance. Pretty cool. So basically with this little video here, you can see that you can actually experience quite a lot of the Yuushya mod by reverse engineering some of the prefabs. You can sort of learn how things go together. And the rest of the buildings look like I say, they're just abandoned apartment blocks. There's not any space for anything in there, is there really? But it's pretty interesting to do, and I absolutely recommend you investigating this. I honestly thought there was another room here, but there isn't, look. I come out where the pipes are. Ah, what a shame. I really hope this video has been interesting to you. You can learn a lot from the prefabs. If you found this video interesting, subscribe, send me a comment as well, especially if you need some help with the Yuushya mod. I know what I'm doing with this. Check out my definitive tips guide for more information. I'm Ixical, and I'll see you next time.